Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the new Freeze Casemiro card to review today. So, we're taking a look at a card that is 6'1", low-high work rates, 2-star skill moves with a 3-star weak foot. In regards to his in-game player traits, there is the team player trait, solid player trait, and power free kick trait, which is interesting. He does have 72 for acceleration at 83 sprint speed. So, because his acceleration is at a 72, with the Shadow Chemistry style boosting it by a +10 for both acceleration and sprint speed, I do feel like this card could potentially make a very good CDM, which is where we're going to probably try him out in. We're going to try him out in like two different ways. We're going to try him out in a 4 at the back formation as well as a 3 at the back formation. So we can use him as a CDM, obviously. His shooting presence on the cards at 57 for finishing, 78 for shot power, and 72 for long shot. So it is a card that you mostly want to use in the CDM position. Passing the card's pretty decent at 85 short passing, 85 long passing, and 81 vision. Dribbling on the cards at 62 for agility with 67 balance, 88 reactions, 80 ball control, and 85 composure. So a couple things to consider with this card, right? Like I said, I do mostly see him being used in the CDM area, right? A card like this with acceleration like this, regardless of the body type that he has or the physical, not necessarily ideal to use in the defensive area. You can, right? But then you have to play that like low depth oriented defense. If you play the low depth oriented defense, then it won't be a big issue. But I like to play like regular defense, like press after possession loss and all that kind of stuff. So we'll see what's up with this card in regards to that. His base card stats for defense is really good, which is important because it actually might compensate for his acceleration not being super high up with great defensive AI. And then he also has incredible physical attributes as well with 92 strength, 91 stamina, and 92 aggression. So the aggression could also help out a lot with his pace as well. So we're using this team right here. Nice little 4-3-2-1. We're going to be trying out Lautaro as well. But for the sake of the review, I'm going to go ahead and copy this team. So let's go ahead and do that. So squad selector here, copy this team so I don't mess with his tactics. I think it already has my team here, actually. We'll just do that. I think he still has my other one over there, too. Yeah, so we're going to be trying him out in a 3-5-2. So the 3-5-2 is going to look like this. 3-5-2 with him playing in the CDM position. Kevin De Bruyne is in the team. Mendy, we'll put Mendy here. Kevin De Bruyne here, and then we'll put Casemiro in the CDM area next to Valverde. Perfect. Yeah, so we'll try it like that for one, and then we'll have him in, so that's the 3-5-2 as attacking, and then we'll have the 4-3-3, which is going to be in the center back position. Everybody else is well positioned. That should be perfectly fine. So we'll get into a game. We'll see how he plays. We'll probably do the review for Lautaro Martinez while we're at it. So we'll just go from there.
Martinez, but it can't get all the way through. Far from a good pass.
Oh, let's go. Casemiro. Well positioned already in that CDM position to intercept that.
Nicolas Pepe. Joe Gomez. It's with Joao Cancelo. Gomez now.
I'll tell you guys this right now. His marking in that CDM position is actually really solid so far. Good first time pass there with Casemiro. Might actually break off the play here actually really nicely.
Committed challenge.
There you go. Well positioned again, that right center defensive position to secure that interception. I like that I don't have to control him that much for him to actually go back into that CDM position quickly, which is pretty nice. You do notice the lack of acceleration, but his transitioning left and right is actually pretty solid. So it's not a huge issue, to be fair. He actually controlled that quite nicely with the driven pass right there.
The visitors have had total control of possession, and all of their team are enjoying this performance. That's why.
And he's broken free.
There we go. Nicely done. Open up the space for ourselves. Score that opportunity with Gomez. I don't know what camera angle to use, guys, because I only see him because of the radar, not because he's actually like on the pitch. I feel like the telebroadcast camera should be brought down a little bit and a little bit higher as well. I feel like they need to adjust this one because I feel like it's the best one, but co-op is just way too far, man.
And we're inside the final 30 minutes. And that pass pass could be troublesome. A matter of keeping his composure.
There we go. We score that opportunity as well. Nicely done. Valverde with the aggressive attacking.
Their play really show the opposition what they're in for. That could lead to fireworks. Let's hope so.
So a corner kick it'll be.
Casemiro's marking in that like 18-yard box is kind of wild, actually. He's a CDM and he was like chilling in there. It's pretty decent, to be honest.
They got nothing out of it.
His dribbling is pretty rough, obviously. His base card stats for dribbling is not fantastic. Good interception there, though. It's that defensive presence, that wall that you kind of need in the midfield or center back position, depending on how you're playing, right? Oh, he dribbled instead of shot. No way. That would have been beautiful.
And he'd be off to a flying start with them for sure.
Frankie de Jong. Here's Ben Yedder.
Well done, Casemiro. It's a big dude, man. Having him in the midfield's not bad. Just massive. Okay, guys, so far with Casemiro's card playing in the CDM position, he's definitely very good there defensive AI-wise. The problem that lies with this card is obviously in his acceleration and dribbling capabilities when it comes to accelerating into the play defensively, right? Dribbling-wise, for the attack, it's sometimes rough because of his body type and whatnot, but it's definitely usable in that CDM area. The next position that we're going to be trying him out in is going to be in the center back spot now. This guy has a new Marquinhos linked up with Di Maria. Cool. No doubt.
Bruno Fernandes. Chance to play it in. Felix. Really good reading of the game to win possession back.
Well, Casemiro did a good job right there, at least, defensively. Initially, he didn't. It was a little bit strange right there, but he made it work. Oh. Do be like that sometimes. Casemiro does a really good job defensively right there. He's very, like, heavy, though, you know, like, even in the center back position. But we make it work. Oh, my God. I open up all the spaces there. And the guy just has to switch to him, and he just gets that ball. No problem with the AI block. Well done, Casemiro, with the interception. We'll take that.
Federico Valverde. De Bruyne.
Kevin De Bruyne with a beautiful finesse shot right there. Outside the 18-yard box to score that lovely opportunity for us, man. Nice little 4-3-3 build-up play right there. Well, Casemiro put a little bit of pressure on him, but the lack of pace in that situation is definitely noticeable for some of those aspects. I couldn't switch to Casemiro there. I pressed L1 like a billion times, and even though the cursor was on Casemiro's card, I couldn't do it.
Level pegging, but can they change that?
Can't even dribble a ball normally. Nice. What a great game. Alright guys, so final verdict on this Casemiro card. So, for me personally, there's sentimental value there for the FC Porto aspect. However, in regards to how the card performs in game, it's not like a Khedira situation. Like, Khedira really surprised me. Khedira actually performed really well in game, whether it's, you know, you want to try him out on the center back position or the CDM position. He definitely played both positions really well. The problem with this card is his base characteristics from acceleration and dribbling, right? So when he has the ball at his feet, his dribbling is really rough because he has a very big body type. And, you know, the 62 agility, 67 balance, and 70 dribbling is going to affect the card because of that, right? So that is something that you're definitely going to notice. Even if the dribbling wasn't up to par, the acceleration would have to be more, right? If the acceleration was at like a 78 or a 79, then it would be really, really nice. Other than those two things not being great, the thing about this card is the fact that he is a low-high work rated player. So The thing about him is that you don't often find him attacking at all. Even if he's on stay back while attacking cut pass lanes, he's never really aggressively up the pitch, right? He's definitely always staying back while attacking. He's always cutting the pass lane in that middle area because his base card stats for defense is really good. And when you give him the shadow chemistry style, you essentially make it perfect. The thing that you notice when defending in the center back and the CDM position is that lack of agility and quickness from initially selecting him and then kind of like defending the area right away. Yes, the switching in this game is completely awful and it made me concede one of the goals, but it is what it is, you know, like even if I was able to select him there, I think there I would have blocked it for sure. But there were certain areas you can tell when he was kind of like battling up against someone where that initial acceleration was definitely needed, you know. But is the card a usable version of himself? Yes. The pace boost was definitely needed because, you know, he has decent passing, defense, and physical capability. So it's still a decent card regardless, but just not necessarily a meta-oriented card. But thank you guys so much for watching the video. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.